Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Barbie again with the American Voter Revolution, AVR. I appreciate you taking the time to come back and watch this video on a balanced budget amendment. It is the second most critical reform that we believe is going to have to be passed by Congress if we're going to have a chance to save our country and have any chance of our children and grandchildren having a country to even live in. So I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to these figures that I'm going to read to you very closely. Our U.S. national debt currently stands at $16,934,155,812. Now it's a lot more than that while I was reading it because it went up substantially. That means, ladies and gentlemen, that every citizen in America owes $53,471. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have grandchildren, and that means that they're 6 years old, 4 years old, 2 years old, and they're already in debt by $53,471. That's immoral. Our Congress should be ashamed of themselves. It's crazy. Now listen to this. The total U.S. interest, just the interest on our debt, is $2,838,248,546,605 annually. That means that every citizen owes $8,964 this year in just interest. Now, one more thing. Our total debt, if you count the unfunded liabilities like the government pensions, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, all that, listen to this number, folks. Listen to this. We owe $59,765,287,879,376. Now it's probably up another 15 or 20, 40, 50,000 now for these few seconds. Now, do you think we need a balanced budget amendment? Well, I would hope so, because if we don't do something, we're just, I mean, you heard those numbers. It's just like something in make-believe land. I mean, it's totally insane. And you talk to the government about it in Congress, they say, oh, we've got to do something. It's the Democrats that are spending this, it's the Republicans that are spending that. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. The Republicans used to be known as the Conservative Party. Well, they're just as bad as the Democrats. The only difference is where they spend the money, who they give it to, and what they do with it. The Republicans have a different set of agendas than the Democrats. The Democrats at least are smart enough that they want to give it away to the people because that's the way they buy votes. The Republicans want to help the corporations and the big lobbyist groups and all them make a ton of money because that's who finances their campaigns. It's all corruption, though. It's the good old boy, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine system. We have got to get Congress to pass a balanced budget amendment. Their spending has to be limited. We've got to keep paying our bills. We can't leave our children a debt that they'll never be able to pay off because the country, it will change it so drastically that it won't even be worth living here. Now, how are we going to do it? We're going to start at the grassroots, build this voter coalition, and we're going to send letters to Washington and tell the incumbents either do what we want done that's right for the American people or we'll vote you out of office. And then we'll get people in the congressional districts that are citizen representatives that we can trust to go to Washington and do the work for the American people, and we'll get them if we have to do it that way. I hate to get so, it just gets me wound up. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the website, www.americanvoterrevolution.com. read the information there, join up, go to the join page and join up, go to the contribution page, send in a little money to help us get this thing going and keep it going. Talk to your friends and neighbors, tell them what's going on. I'm sure they know. Let's don't just sit here and watch this thing go down the tubes. We've got too much invested in it. Too many American patriots have given their lives for our freedom and liberty. So help us, get with us, and let's get the voter revolution going. Thank you.